Do long dreads cause you to go bald? That's what I'm going to be answering for you in today's video. Let's get to it. Welcome back to the Atreyu Locs channel. Hi, I'm Atreyu, a semi-freeformer who is dedicated to bringing you the best tips to grow a healthy set of locks. If this is your first time, make yourself comfortable. I am glad to have you. So yes, I've been getting some questions from you guys, and one question in particular, and it's not the first time I've gotten it, but one question is, does growing out your locks really long, or another way to say it is, does having long dreadlocks cause you to thin out to the point of balding? You know, I remember earlier in my journey, I kind of wondered the same thing because I would see a lot of veteran lockers who seemed to be thinning or seemed to be balding. I even knew this one woman who had Sisterlocks, and apparently she had had them for years. And they weren't super long because she had cut them over the years. But the point is, whenever she would get, I guess, what do you call it, retightening maybe? I don't know what the terminology is for Sisterlocks. I know everything is like patented over there, so no disrespect to the Sisterlock community, but whatever you call the equivalent to what we would do, or what we would call a retwist, they did it. Whenever she would do that, her head would be extremely scalpy. And you know, Sisterlocks are like really tiny, so like you would just see like little locks all over the place, but with a lot of space in between. And so, you know, I really started to wonder, like, does having long locks, or does the amount of time that you have locks make you go thin? But as I've just paid attention to lockers over the years, I've noticed that just because a person has long locks doesn't mean they're gonna go bald or even thin out at all. I mean, just take the woman who has, to my knowledge, the longest locks in the world. And Yanni the lockologist actually interviewed her in one of her videos. But yeah, she still has tons of new growth coming out of her scalp, and her locks are the longest in the world. But then even if I talk about my Queen Empress, shout out to you, Queen Empress, I hope all is well with you and your family. You know, she's had her freeform locks for years, and Lord knows she has a lot of hair coming out of her scalp, you know? And her locks look heavy because a lot of them have congoed up. So yeah, I'm inclined to believe that just because you have long locks, or just because you have had locks for a long time, doesn't mean that you will inevitably thin out or go bald. If I pay attention to my own locks, yes, I think my hair has thinned out over the years, but I think that is for genetic reasons. I told you guys way at the beginning of my journey that I wanted to have fun with my hair because, you know, thinning, the receding corners and stuff, that runs in my family. So it's like, well, let me have some fun with my hair before that happens. If it's gonna happen, I'm not trying to put that out in the universe, but if it's gonna happen, let me work and have fun with my hair while I still have some, right? So I think in the cases where you see people who have long locks, I think that if they are thinning out, or if they have gone bald, then one reason that could be is because they were always going to, because it is for genetic reasons. Another reason that I think you might see someone who has long locks but who is also going bald is because they did too much maintenance too often. Or the other side of the coin is that when they did the maintenance, it was extremely too tight. And that of course includes people who get styles often, you know, those really tight styles where every strand is like laid and it's like pulling on the scalp. Yeah, the uncomfortable kind of makes you feel weird when you see it type of style. Yeah, that kind of style, those styles. And then of course you have the people who thin out and maybe even go bald because of stress or because of hormonal changes. Maybe they are sick, maybe they have some sort of disease and their hormones are all out of whack, maybe they're on medication. There's so many reasons why a person can thin out over time or even go completely bald. And from my own personal experiences, I've paid attention to my own locks as they've grown out over the years, and paid attention to my scalp, and as I've watched other people's lock journeys. And from all the research that I've done over the years, I really don't see a correlation between the length of your locks and balding. I really don't. I just don't see it. Hey, if you are enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you are notified every single time I upload. How about that? Now I know some of you are thinking about when you wash your locks and how they feel super heavy. Of course, but that's only like momentary, right? That's a momentary thing. And once you start to squeeze that water out of your locks, they immediately get lighter, and as they continue to further dry, they get even lighter and lighter and lighter, right? And then when you factor in how infrequently you actually wash your hair, it's not like you're washing it every day, then it's not really a significant amount of weight being applied to your scalp by way of water being in your locks that often. So I think any tension that you may feel when you wash your hair, I think it's honestly negligible. But that is just my opinion. I'm curious to know what you guys think, what you've noticed with your own lock journeys as your locks have gotten longer. And also for the people who know other people with long locks, let me know what the state of their scalp is. Have they thinned out over the years? Have they gone bald? And if they have, why do you think that is the case? Is it from too much tension? Is it from too many styles? Is it from a medication change? Is the person stressed out? Yeah, let me know down below. If you guys missed my 7-year Lockiversary videos, definitely check out the end card. I will leave a link to a couple of those videos. One of them is a photo slideshow, so you can see my progress from day 1 to present. And then the other one is the video where I actually show you my fresh retwist on my actual Lockiversary. If you choose to love, do so unconditionally, because loving with conditions conditions the heart to not really love at all. This is Atreyu Locs, and I will see you next week. Peace.